study abroad experience can change your life in so many positive ways. You meet new and exciting people. You see sights you only dreamed of. You experience events you never thought possible. But traveling abroad also presents potential risks that can result in injury or even worse. Sometimes such risks are outside your control. However, many risks are in your control, but you need to take the time to investigate critical preventative measures to ensure your safety. Prior to traveling, you know how to pack your bags, arrange academic credit, or get immunization shots. But do you know what local transportation is considered safe in the areas where you will travel? Are your prescription drugs legal in your destination country? Do you know how to avoid criminal activity that may be common in the places you will visit? Information is your greatest asset. Know before you go. Did you know? Over the past decade, the number of students studying abroad surged over 150%.
My 25-year-old son, Aaron, was killed along with 21 other passengers in a bus crash in Turkey. According to reports, the driver was speeding down the wrong lane of a narrow, winding, deteriorated two-lane highway with a sharp curve and no guardrail. It had been on a long-standing national list of death curves for many years. Aaron was traveling during a national holiday when roads are congested, buses are crowded, and drivers are often encouraged to drive their routes as often as possible. The bus hit oncoming traffic, careened, then plunged down a deep ravine, landing on its side. Emergency medical care, which could have saved some of the injured, arrived on the scene too late. Aaron was an experienced and avid traveler. He was a senior medical school student at the University of Maryland and had decided to complete his final medical rotation in a hospital abroad and then to tour Turkey, which he had grown to love so much, for several days before returning home. Aaron was killed 2 weeks from the day he was to have graduated from medical school. The dean of the medical school delivered his diploma to our home. It remains in the top drawer of his dresser, never been used.
Did you know? Over a 6-year period, 477 Pacific University students reported at least one safety incident while studying abroad. And over 1/3 of them involved harassment.
The first time I ever left the U.S. was on a study abroad trip to Guatemala. I was 20 years old. The program was offered through my college and it fit my interests, so I picked it for my introduction to overseas travel. But the trip was a disaster. One afternoon, our group was traveling along the Pacific Highway when a pickup truck full of armed bandits hijacked our tour bus. They forced us off-road to a secluded place in the sugarcane fields and robbed us. I was one of 5 students to be assaulted that day. This happened in broad daylight along a busy interstate. Afterwards, I was shocked to learn that similar attacks on that same road had become common. In previous cases, people were killed. I didn't know this sort of thing could happen, and I wish someone had informed me. In planning our trip, if just one person had reviewed the available up-to-date crime and safety information and taken the warnings seriously, our attack could have been prevented. Know before you go.
Did you know? 1.3 million persons die in road crashes every year. That is equivalent to 12 jumbo jet planes crashing every day with no survivors.
I never thought it could happen to me or my family, but it did. I will never forget the phone call I received that morning from my father explaining that she was killed. My sister was on a study abroad trip around the world and ended up traveling to the Taj Mahal by bus at night on one of the most dangerous roads in the world. Had her group been more prepared, they would have known not to travel at night, especially on the Grand Trunk Road, where vehicles have to battle groups of people walking with cows, large trucks weaving in and out of traffic, with glaring bright lights and very narrow roads with no dividing lines to guide them along their way. On this night, 7 people were killed, including one of the most important people in my life, my sister Sarah. It is important to know before you go.
Ask safety questions before you go. Investigate the safety issues in the countries you will travel. And visit the following websites. They are full of information you need to make informed decisions while abroad. ASSERT prepares travelers with road travel reports, information about specific highway conditions in 150 countries. The Department of State also provides a wealth of guiding information for safer global travel. Global Scholar offers a series of online courses that prepare students for safe international travel. Remember, know before you go.